Alright, let's go. Welcome back, Jay Barino here, continuing StarCraft Remastered. Rebel Yell, Backwater Station, Mission 2.
Receiving incoming transmission. Comlink established.
Hey, what's up, man? Got your refugees tucked in nice and tight? Provided you can sidestep any more surprises from our Confederate friends and we can keep them away from those critters, they should have an easy time.
Priority alert. Backwater station under attack by unknown alien organisms. Distress beacon activated at 0658. Alerting Confederate headquarters on Tarsonis. Stand by for incoming transmission.
We've already received the distress beacon from Backwater, and we'll take care of it. You just sit tight. You'll be notified if there's anything we think you need to know.
Damn! Listen, if we wait for Confederate reinforcements, that station's dust. I'll head out there now and do what I can. You send in some militia, and we'll save those folks. Trust me.
Eradicate the alien infestation. Our first build and destroy map. It begins.
See you, boys. Time to kick some serious butt. Sounds fun?
Let's go. Let's trigger it. The ground's alive. We know.
Oh, yeah. What the hell is that? Looks like the ground there is alive. Sounds fun?
Let's see if we can get these jerks with one spider mine. Okay, we'll get two of them. That's not bad. We might as well just throw down the other one and try to get the rest.
Sounds fun?
Hit him, kill him, get him. Oh, yes. All three of them. Got him. Let's just move on up and do this. You don't get attacked in this map. I'm actually quite used to the StarCraft Mass Recall version of this. I get confused because it's SCMR versus SCRM.
Anytime you're ready.
But the reason is because in those maps are considerably harder than in the originals, because it's easier to play because you have so many quality of life improvements. So the difference is in this map you get attacked, whereas in the original you don't. You're just not bothered with. So you can pretty much leave this base completely undefended. Let's get and move on up here to Backwater. Ooh, the bunkers look nice.
Thanks for the rescue. We've been holed up in these bunkers for days hiding from the Zerg.
Anytime you're ready.
Okay.
These things have been out here a while, but they could be pretty useful. Go ahead, Commander.
Got some fire bats. Fire bats really good against small units, but not buildings or medium or large units specifically. Another thing I should point out, again, if you're new to StarCraft for whatever reason, is you don't have handy little damage modifier tags, even though they do exist. So every unit will always display its full damage potential. So fire bats will deal 16 damage, yes. But that does not count splash damage, but it is 16 damage against small units. There is a damage modifier reduction against medium units and large units, which includes structures. So that's kind of the difference that you're dealing with specifically. It's very interesting. We'll just make a couple Marines here and move out pretty quickly. I do quite like the look. I do quite like the look of the shininess, the glossiness. I know there's a way to turn it off. I'll check it out after this video, because again, I'll be putting out the next video, Mission 3, tomorrow, so I can give myself a little bit of a pace change and do some exploration of the menus for myself. So the fire bats we send them in, they'll do really good against these groups of Zerglings, but we do have one more spider mine to at least try to get as much as we can. I'd be remiss if we didn't try to use a spider mine to kill a billion Zerglings. Get them! Yes! Okay, that was satisfying. Okay. Hold position, micro our way away from these jerks. The little giblets stay on the ground just like the original two. I'm not sure. Someone I'm sure can calculate the time on if the giblets stay longer than they did in the original or if it's the same amount of time. I don't know. Some pro is going to say, you know, the giblet sprites, they're very important to me in understanding timings. I don't know. My build timing is completely dependent on when I kill the first Zergling. I can see how long the blood stays on the ground. Something silly like that. So we could make an engineering bay just to see what it looks like, but I'm not going to wait for my upgrades to finish. Or maybe I will, because why not? We can hang out and enjoy our time together and review StarCraft Remastered. It's weird. It's kind of a weird internal feeling that I'm having with this, where I'm expecting something different in the game, but there is nothing different in the game. It is really just a graphical overhaul, which does look quite nice. I think the original will always have a charm and a flair to it that can't necessarily be outdone, but this has its own charm to it that I know I'll come to really love. And I will have a preference just because it's scaled properly to modern-day resolutions, which is certainly very nice. Also, our engineering base can float. I'm kind of treating this series towards people who may not have played StarCraft 1, though. I have a feeling a lot of folks who are watching have indeed played it. But we'll have these discussions with one another, even though if you watch my Mass Recall series, a lot of it will be repetitive. But I do like always bringing up the damage modifiers and just sort of explaining the quality of life improvements that StarCraft 2 brought that may or may not have improved the game in different ways. Again, it's a quality of life improvement that you can select more than 12 units, but it does fundamentally change the game. The pathing was severely restricted. It was limited by the time it was created by Blizzard, but does it make the game better or worse to allow your units to clump up? And then, you create a death ball that can be Psionic Stormed. A Psionic Storm in StarCraft 1, if your units are pathing in a single file line, as they tend to do if you're running from across the map and you're not microing them individually, a Psionic Storm will not be nearly as devastating as if you could clump up this amount of units into one small space. And also, Psionic Storm is a lot more powerful in StarCraft 1, as I'm sure we will come to see. So we just make a bunch of Marines here. We can move down here and start torching this creep colony. We'll see our first Hydralisks this mission. That's exciting. Move on in here, buddies. So I hope I can keep folks entertained with my StarCraft 1 OG knowledge. Really, it's just kind of how the AI functions. I've played a lot of custom campaigns for StarCraft 1, many of which involve MPQ editing, so you can see some really unique stuff there. I'd advise you to go check it out, play some for yourself. But for now, we got the vanilla remastered game. Let's draw these Hydralisks to us so that they try to run at us uphill. There's I want to say 30%, a 30% mischance. I think it's more than that actually. There's a noticeable mischance when attacking uphill. It does make again a significant difference. We'll lead with the Fire Bats. Want them in the front to get any Zerglings that are trying to get around us. Is our +1 any close to finishing? Not really, so we might as well just keep going. We can rally up more stuff, but because why not? I can't hotkey. I mean, I can hotkey these barracks, but they have to be on separate hotkeys, which is kind of irritating. So I can do this, but I have to hit 2 separate buttons to do it, and I have to queue up units individually. Kind of taking my time here, because why not, honestly? To watch these. Oh, the Fire Bats. Oh, I love them. Some of you, if you're new to my channel, you may come to learn I do quite like Fire Bats, just because they're kind of a silly unit that are very niche in their use. And but I like making a lot of them because they're silly. Let's move on up this ramp. So attacking this Hydralisk is not what we want our Fire Bats doing. We want our Fire Bats hitting these Zerglings as they're coming in on top of us. We also want our other units to move up the ramp because the pathing is going to send them in weird ways. Okay, let's move them in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And there's our infantry weapons that are completed. I'm not sure if in the campaigns we can utilize the pre-order skins that I have. Maybe on the later missions, because it doesn't really make sense to have a Core Hall Command Center right now. Or I'm assuming that's probably only for multiplayer. Okay, there it is.
What the hell did they do to that command center? Whatever it is, it ain't natural. Burn it, boys.
Marshal Raynor. Okay, let's move on in. Our Fire Bats get stuck and confused. They'll make their way there eventually. We're not in dire straits to need to micro, but I like the look of the command center. Everything I see, I'm going to say, oh, I like the look of that, but I will be honest if I find something sort of out of place.
Jacked up and good to go.
We've done it.
Receiving incoming transmission.
Marshal Reno, by destroying a vital Confederate installation, you and your men have violated standing colonial law. As of right now, you're all under arrest. I suggest you throw down your weapons and come peaceably.
Are you out of your mind? If we hadn't burned that damn factory, this entire colony could have been overrun. Maybe if you hadn't taken your sweet time in getting here.
Now, I asked you nice the first time, boy. I didn't come here to talk with you. Now throw down them weapons.
Guess you wouldn't be a Confederate if you weren't a complete pain in the ass.
Got him, Jim Raynor. Got him. Cool. Well, I'll see you next time as we play our obligatory Mission 3 holdout. This was a short one, I know, but I'll see you tomorrow again. I released a couple videos today just to give you a little taste, and then one a day. I'm actually traveling. I would have liked to stream through as much of this as possible, but again, I have to record a lot in advance to going on vacation. You don't care about the stuff happening under the covers. All right, I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Bye now.